What if the person you dismissed as insignificant held the power to rewrite your fate? At SpinTech, where skyscrapers pierced the clouds and power suits ruled the hallways, one invisible woman carried the weight of a secret that would shake the company to its core. Emily Dawson was no ordinary cleaner. She was the mastermind behind the empire. This is a story of arrogance, karma, and an unforgettable twist that no one saw coming. Grab a coffee, sit back, and let's unravel the drama. SpinTech wasn't just another tech company. It was an empire of innovation, a place where ideas turned into billion-dollar deals. Nestled in the heart of New York City, its headquarters embodied ambition, with glass-panelled skyscrapers and employees hustling through high-tech offices. Every floor was a hive of activity, from the marketing teams pitching global campaigns to engineers fine-tuning futuristic software. To the outside world, SpinTech was a symbol of success. Inside, however, a darker truth was brewing. One morning, a new face appeared in the building, a woman in a simple cleaner's uniform. Her name tag read Emily. She blended into the background, her hair tied back and her cleaning cart stocked. With the tools of her trade, she moved quietly through the hallways, mopping floors and tidying offices, attracting little attention from the high-powered executives around her. But Emily Dawson was no ordinary cleaner. Years earlier, she had built SpinTech from the ground up, pouring her heart and soul into creating a company that valued innovation and respect. But as SpinTech grew, Emily had stepped back, entrusting her brother, Paul Dawson, to oversee the operations as acting CEO. Now, Emily was undercover, determined to see if her vision still guided the company, or if it had been replaced by greed and arrogance. From her first day, Emily saw signs of trouble. It wasn't the employees. They worked hard, many of them striving to make a difference. It was the management. The upper echelon of SpinTech was a tight-knit circle of power players, each more corrupt than the last. At the centre of it all was Jeff Matthews, the acting CEO. Tall, impeccably dressed, and oozing with arrogance, Jeff treated the company as his personal kingdom. On Emily's first day, she encountered Jeff outside his office. "Hey, cleaner," he called, pointing to an already spotless section of the floor. "You missed a spot. Try not to embarrass yourself on your first day." Emily smiled politely, hiding the fire of anger in her chest. This was her company, and Jeff had no idea. But for now, she stayed silent, determined to learn more. As the days turned into weeks, Emily's observations confirmed her worst fears. Jeff's behaviour wasn't just bad, it was toxic. He barked orders at junior staff, ignored their ideas, and made it clear that anyone who crossed him would regret it. His arrogance was matched by his inappropriate behaviour, especially toward women. Emily herself became a target of his condescending remarks. "You're too pretty to be a cleaner," Jeff said one afternoon, leaning casually against a wall. "If you play your cards right, maybe I'll find you a better job." Emily clenched her fists, forcing herself to remain calm. She had a bigger mission, and she wasn't going to let Jeff's sleazy behaviour derail her. But Jeff wasn't the only problem. Miss Theobald, the head of marketing, was notorious for belittling the office staff, acting as though she was doing them a favour by letting them work under her. Then there was Mr. Carter, the head of finance, who quietly funneled company funds for personal expenses, all while feigning loyalty to SpinTech. Emily shared her findings with her brother, Paul, during their secret evening calls. "It's worse than I thought," she admitted. "Jeff and his cronies are turning SpinTech into their playground, but I'm not ready to act yet. I need more." "Time to see who's worth keeping," Paul reassured her. "Take your time, Emily. When the moment comes, they won't see it coming." But Jeff wasn't content with subtle intimidation. One evening, as Emily prepared to leave for the day, he cornered her in the parking lot. His voice was low, his tone menacing. "Listen, sweetheart," he sneered. "If you don't meet me in my office tonight, you can consider yourself unemployed by morning. And trust me, no one else is going to hire someone like you." That was the final straw. Emily had seen enough. The next morning, SpinTech's boardroom buzzed with anticipation. Paul had called an emergency meeting for all senior, management and board members. When Emily arrived, she was a different woman. Gone was the cleaner's uniform. She wore a sleek white blazer and tailored black trousers, her hair styled elegantly. The moment she walked into the room, all eyes turned to her. Jeff was the first to react. He leaned back in his chair, smirking. "Are you lost, sweetheart?" he said, his voice dripping with condescension. "This is a board meeting. Cleaners aren't allowed here." Emily didn't flinch. She walked to the head of the table and stood beside her brother, Paul, who was grinning from ear to ear. "Actually," Paul said, "she's exactly where she belongs. Everyone, meet Emily Dawson, the real owner and founder of SpinTech." The room erupted in stunned silence. Jeff's face turned pale, his smirk vanishing as he realised who he had been harassing for weeks. Emily stepped forward, her voice calm, but commanding. "For the past few months, I've been working undercover as a cleaner to see how my company was being run. What I found was appalling. The toxic culture, the abuse of power, the lack of respect. It ends today." Jeff stammered, "Miss Dawson, I didn't know, I never—" "Exactly," Emily interrupted, her tone sharp. "You didn't know who I was and you didn't care. But that's no excuse for your behaviour. You've abused your position, mistreated employees, and betrayed everything this company stands for." Paul delivered the final blow. "Effective immediately, Jeff Matthews, you're fired. Security will escort you out, and legal action will follow." Jeff slumped in his chair, defeated, as security guards entered the room. Emily turned to the rest of the board. "To those of you who have acted with integrity, your jobs are safe. But for those who contributed to this toxic culture, there will be consequences." Several other executives were terminated on the spot, their faces etched with regret. The remaining team, humbled and inspired, listened as Emily laid out her vision for SpinTech's future. "From this moment forward," she declared, "SpinTech will be a place of innovation, respect, and opportunity. We will rebuild, not just as a company, but as a community." Under Emily's leadership, SpinTech flourished. Employees who once felt invisible now thrived, their talents finally recognised. The company's transformation became a beacon of hope in the industry, proving that justice and integrity could prevail. If you found this story inspiring, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe for more tales of karma, redemption, and unexpected twists. Thank you for watching, and we'll lay. See you in the next video!